Let's Science is brought to you by the StarQuest Production Network and is made possible by our many generous patrons. If you'd like to support the podcast, please visit sqpn.com/give.
3, 2, 1.
We live in a universe of scientific wonders.
Every day, scientists are inching towards breakthroughs which can change our lives.
We're playing our small part in sharing these wonders with you.
That's why today is a fine day for science.
So let's science.
Lino, Caroline isn't here. As always, it is up to us to
it's up to us
bravely and fearlessly talk about a science topic. Actually, this one was contributed by Don Bettinelli, who is the CEO of the StarQuest Network. And I guess when the boss sends you an article, you read it. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, but this is a great story. As soon as I saw this, I thought this is right up our alley. You and me, Lino. So here it is.
Okay.
Here it is. Here's the title. Octopuses seen hunting together with fish in rare video and punching fish that don't cooperate. This is from NBC News from their science page. And it says that octopuses have often been thought to prowl the seafloor solo using camouflage. But a new study suggests that some have surprisingly rich social lives. So I'm just going to go through this story and let me know what you think about this, Lino. This is a great one. So it says octopuses don't always hunt alone, but their partners aren't who you'd expect. A new study shows that some members of this species, the octopus cyanea, they maraud around the seafloor in hunting groups with fish, which sometimes includes several fish species at once. So they don't go hunting with other octopuses, but they actually hunt with 4 or 5 up to 10 different fish, and they can be different species. So they kind of work in a group, in a team, right? So it's like the SEAL team of fish, like special ops.
I was going to say that. Yeah. They've got like a SEAL team and also a little sea posse going on.
Yeah, a little sea posse. That's right. Yeah. So this ocean ain't big enough for the two of us. Yeah. So the research published in the Journal of Nature even suggests that the famously intelligent animals organize the hunting group's decisions, including what they should prey upon. So the octopus is like the boss. He's the chief.
He looks big enough to. I'm sorry, but
So he organizes the group, right? And he says what's more, the researchers witnessed the octopus, the big blue or the day octopus, punching companion fish, apparently to keep them on task and contributing to the collective effort. If one of the fish was like slacking off or getting a bit off course or whatever, the octopus would punch it. Get back on track, go this way, whatever. Give it a punch.
Wow. I don't know the word punch. Maybe there's a physical punch.
Yeah.
But, wow. I think maybe, can we just bring it back and say he's just guiding?
Okay. If you want to use euphemisms, he's guiding vigorously because there's video of this.
Vigorously.
Yeah. So I'll share the link. There's a video of this and you can see them giving a good old whack to the fish. You're like, pushing them back in. Yeah. So it says here that octopuses have often been thought to avoid other members of their species and prowl solo using camouflage. But this study suggests that some have surprisingly rich social lives, a finding that opens a new window into the marvels of undersea life. It's an indication that at least one octopus species has characteristics and markers of intelligence that scientists once considered commonly invertebrates. It says, I think sociality, or at least attention to social information, is way more deep-rooted in the evolutionary tree than we might think. And that was Eduardo Sampaio, who's a postdoctoral researcher at the Max Planck Institute of Animal Behavior. And he's the lead author of this research as well. He says, we are very similar to these animals in terms of sentience. They are at least a very close level or closer than we think towards us. So to understand how this all worked, they dived for a month off the reef in Eilat, Israel, so they off the coast there, and they tracked 13 octopuses for around 120 hours using cameras. They followed about 13 hunts, and they observed this behavior where there were groups of 2 to 10 fish working with an octopus. So they could have between 2 and 10. Yeah, so it'd be a small group or quite a large group as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bit of mix.
Yeah. Yeah, a bit of a mix, yeah. So there were several species of reef fish as well, such as groper and goatfish. The octopus did not appear to lead the groups, but they did punch fish to enforce social order, most often at black-tip gropers, it says. The ones that get the most punched are the main exploiters of the group. These are the ambush predators, the ones that don't move and don't look for prey. So they would also punch fish to keep the group moving. If it says, Senpai says, if the group is very still and everyone is around the octopus, it starts punching. But if the group is moving along the habitat, this means that they are looking for prey, so the octopus is happy. It doesn't punch anyone. So, yeah, the researchers think, the researchers think that the fish benefit from these hunting groups because the octopus can do what they can't, which is to reach into crevices where prey hides and root it out, pull it out for lunch. So the octopus benefits because they believe because it can simply follow the fish to food rather than perform what the researchers call speculative hunting. Basically, the octopus can reach into things and grab things out, grab the food and the prey out, whereas the fish are good at finding it, so they work together that way. The fish can't reach in. The octopus doesn't have to go, oh, is it there? Is it there? The fish have already found it. So that's why they punch it. So go find food. You go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So the octopus just works with the fish and it's all sorted. Much easier. The researchers then fed all of their hunting scenes, their video, into a software that creates a 3-dimensional representation, then used another program to track each animal and log its position in relation to others. The data allowed the researcher to measure how close the creatures remain to one another and which creatures anchored or pulled the group in one direction or another. The data showed that a particular species, the blue goatfish, would roam off and lead the hunting groups in that direction, but the group of fish would linger if the octopus didn't immediately follow. So he says that Senpai says the goatfish are the ones exploring the environment and finding prey. The octopus is the decider of the group. So should we go for that one or not? By the way, there's some, apart from the video, there's some great photos as well. Some great images of octopus and fish just roaming around together. It's doing what they do, which is really amazing to see. The researchers didn't see evidence that they shared prey. All the species involved are generalists and that eat crustaceans, fish, and mollusks. But whoever was able to catch the prey got a meal. So they weren't sharing it around. They were hunting together, but then whoever gets it, right? Questions remain, however, including whether certain octopuses recognize or prefer to hunt with a favorite fish companion. So saying, is there recognition? Yeah. He says, do I want to follow the blue goatfish or do I want to follow Martha because I've hunted with Martha before? So there's more about their social behavior to be learned from the science of what they're doing there. So he says, in my intuition, I think it's something they learn because the smaller octopuses seem to have a higher difficulty to collaborate with fish than the large ones. So he believes that the octopus learn it over the course of their lives and they get better and better at hunting in groups. He says the smaller ones are not very good at it straight away. That takes them time to get better at it. So he thinks it's something that they learn. So they're quite intelligent animals, as you can see. Says the some scientists subscribe to a theory of evolution called the social brain hypothesis, which says that primates and other animals evolved large brains to process social information and collaborate with others. Octopuses were seen as a problem case because they are intelligent and yet solitary, it was assumed. So researchers puzzled for a long time about what's going on there. So it left 2 possibilities. Either octopuses indicated that there were paths to intelligence outside of social information, or scientists were missing a hidden piece of octopus lifestyles that fit the social intelligence theory. So the study that we've seen might shift the balance a bit towards the second theory. For at least one species of octopus, there is quite a rich social life of a kind. So maybe they might be solitary from other octopuses, but they're not antisocial when it comes to other fish. Their social behavior is in hunting in groups with other fish and working together and occasionally punching them if they're not pulling their weight.
Goodness me.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What do you think of that?
That's incredible. That is incredible. I've never thought of fishes and octopuses working together. We've heard about other sea species working together. I can't remember.
There are sometimes symbiotic relationships between animals. Like, for example, some fish eat the barnacles off other fish or whatever. And
that's correct.
Yeah,
yes.
You've got, some fish that swim in anemones and the fish get cleaned. The anemones or the corals and whatever will eat what the fish has on it, and in exchange the fish gets a bit of a clean, things like that. So there are symbiotic things, but for me, there's a whole other level. It's like a hunting pack of different species of animals.
Yeah, totally. I'm a hunting posse undersea. And I don't know, the poor fish. I just feel poor. I know if he's slack, if you were in a hunting party,
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness us humans are not that sort of aggressive anymore. I won't go into that part of our human species, but for the sea species, wow, octopus is really controlling.
Yeah, imagine the intelligence to be able to punch another fish if it's not pulling its weight, or if it's going in the wrong direction, or if it's going too slow, or yeah. And then the idea that the other fish won't go unless the octopus is following as well, because they know they can't actually get any food, or in some cases they can't anyway, because they need the octopus to reach in and grab it out. It's incredible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have a sort of I can say it's a teamwork in a very interesting way. But yeah, I think we were just joking before. Like, thank goodness these fishes don't have working unions. Because I tell you now, there's going to be a lot of problem with that. But
I get punched every time. Workplace harassment. Yeah. I get punched every time I go hunting the octopus.
I'm not going to get into that side of things. But it's for us humans that work out. For them, they're working together.
Cephalopods union,
and no one's getting hurt. That's right.
Cephalopods unite. Yeah. Something. Yeah, that's great.
There's so many things. But it's great to see them working together. Yeah. And it's a way they survive underneath the sea. I understand that.
Yep. Teamwork makes the fish work. That's the... That throws out the theory of fish are friends, not food, doesn't it? Oh no, actually enforces that theory. Fish are friends, not food.
Fish are friends. Yeah. Totally friends, man. Totally friends.
Great.
Wow. Whoa.
Let's Science is brought to you by StarQuest Media and is a fortnightly podcast that brings you the scientific wonders of our universe from a distinctly Catholic point of view. For more from Caroline, Lindsay, and friends, listen to the StarQuest show, Catholics of Oz. Find links from today's show at sqpn.com/science and find the Catholics of Oz at sqpn.com/Oz. Be sure to follow the show in Apple Podcasts, Google Play, wherever you can find podcasts, or on the SQPN YouTube channel. The generous donations of our patrons at sqpn.com/give make it possible for us to continue Let's Science and all the shows at StarQuest, which makes our nonprofit mission possible. You can join them by visiting sqpn.com/give. Join us next time for more scientific wonders, and thank you for listening to Let's Science on StarQuest. Here's another show on the StarQuest network you're sure to enjoy, PlayStation Portable. Find it wherever fine podcasts are found, or at starquest.fm/PSP.